Well, welcome this morning, Michelle Seiler Tucker. How are you, Michelle?
I'm wonderful. Thank you, Hector, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Always glad. I'm glad that you're taking your time to chat with us a little bit. For those of you watching, this is Michelle Seiler Tucker. Michelle has a very interesting career. Michelle has devoted her life to helping many business owners, regardless of what business you're in. She has a system for you. So, Michelle, for those people that are watching, can you tell us a little bit about your background? Tell us a little bit. Did you go to school for this profession that you're in, and explain that to us?
No, I actually did not go to school for this profession. I went to school for another profession, but I've always been entrepreneur. I've always had different businesses, and I've always been a salesperson through and through. I've always been a person that's passionate and dedicated to solving clients' problems. So I used to work at Xerox, making a good, healthy six-figure salary with great benefits, and I actually was bored. I was a regional manager of about 85 salespeople, and I set out to buy an existing franchise. And after many meetings, the franchisor said, "We don't want you to buy a franchise. We want you to partner with us. And if you partner with us, we'll give you a franchise." And I said, "Well, that's great, but you have two franchises, and I'm not going to leave a six-figure position with great benefits to sell franchises for you when you can't sell them yourself.
Right.
But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give it 6 months and I'll see how it goes." So I went to trade shows, flew all over the country, ended up making more money in 6 months than an entire year at Xerox. So I ended up leaving Xerox. I went into franchise sales, franchise development, and franchise consulting, where I sold hundreds and hundreds of different types of franchises. And then something happened where the franchisor started under promising, and I
Mm,
mean over promising, I'm sorry, over promising and under delivering.
yeah, that's a
And
classic.
I
Yeah.
was friends with my franchisees. I was going to their weddings. I went to the hospital when they had babies. I was going to their birthday parties. And I just couldn't, look myself in the mirror and continue to sell franchises for a franchisor that was not, keeping their promises and
Yeah,
not
that's
taking care of the franchisees. So I ended up having them buy me out. And then that's when I transitioned into selling companies. So I
mm,
transitioned into selling small companies like coffee shops and restaurants and things of that nature. But then I started transitioning into selling multi-million dollar companies, doing mergers for multi-million dollar business owners. And I also realized very quickly that 80% or 90% of businesses will not sell.
mm,
So 90%
wow.
of businesses will not sell. So I very quickly learned that I just can't sell businesses. I'm going to have to fix them, because if I don't fix them, then I'll starve to death.
Right. Yes, that's very true.
So
You
that's kind of how I got into what I do. And since I'm a mergers and acquisitions master intermediary, and what's so important about that is that you can't just go to college for that or take a test for that. You
know,
actually have to prove your worth by selling companies over $10 million and up in a
right.
period of time. So there's very few people with that title in the United States. So I did that. I'm a mergers and acquisitions master intermediary. I'm a senior business analyst. I've got a bunch of other acronyms that are not really important. But I've
Uh,
been in the trenches selling companies and fixing companies now for 20 years. And I don't just sell businesses. I also will partner with business owners if the business is not sellable for a multitude of reasons, mainly because the business is not functioning on all cylinders. I will partner with the business owner. I will put up my money, invest my own money, my time, energy, effort. Sometimes I bring in other partners,
mhm.
plus resources, and then I will build to sell that business within 3 to 5 years.
Got it. Got it.
Sometimes I buy businesses and flip them. So really, we're the experts on buying, selling, fixing, growing companies.
Got it. So pretty much you have spent your time helping business owners grow and sell their businesses.
Correct.
In the
Yeah.
process, you had the opportunity to write how many books, Michelle? And can you explain that?
I've written 3 books and a chapter in a fourth book. My first book that I ever wrote was called "Sell Your Business for More Than It's Worth" in
Sell your
2000.
business, sell your business for more than it's worth. That's
Sell
a
Your
catchy
Business for
name.
More Than It's Worth.
That's a catchy name. I like that.
And I wrote that book in 2013. And, that was a great book. I self published, and, it was number one on Amazon, of course, in many different categories. And that book has really helped business owners get their business ready for sale.
Got it. Got
And
it.
so then I wrote a book about quitting your job, buying a business. We haven't published that one yet. We also wrote a chapter in Think and Grow Rich Today. And then
Mhm.
I'm proud of my baby that's right behind me, Exit Rich. I,
Exit
I,
Rich.
wrote, I wrote this book in 2019. And the reason I wrote Exit Rich is because the business landscape has changed dramatically. When I wrote Sell Your Business for More Than It's Worth in 2013, it used to be that 95% of businesses would go out of business in the first 1 to 5 years. So
Mhm.
startups were at great risk. However, that changed. It's now that only 30% of those businesses will go out of business in the first 5 years. But out of 27 million businesses, 27.6 million businesses, a whopping 70% of business owners that have been in business 10 years or longer will go out of business. Now, think
Wow.
about what I just said. If any of your listeners have been in business for over 10 years, they're at great risk now for going out of business. And you hear about the big box stores like Toys R Us closed down, J.C. Penney's closed down. Um, Steinmart is closing down. GNC closed
Got
down 900 locations. But what you're not hearing about all the small businesses on every street corner in every
it.
town and every street across our great nation. These business owners are going under. They're
Yes.
dropping like flies, and this is before any pandemic has occurred. And the sad thing about this is that these are mostly baby boomers. So when these baby boomers go out of business, they're having to sell for pennies on the dollar, Hector, or they're
Yeah.
having to close their business, or even worse, they're having to file for bankruptcy.
Right.
And a lot of people go, well, bankruptcy is okay because that gets me out of, that at least saves my personal assets. Well, no, that's not true. In most cases, when business owners file bankruptcy, they lose their business assets and their family assets because somewhere along the way, the business owner pierced the corporate veil. They pierce the corporate veil by signing personal guarantees, by putting up their personal assets to mortgage, to get an LOC, a line of credit, or something, a business loan, SBA loan, or something like that for their business. So they pierce that corporate veil. So not only are they losing their business assets, they're losing their family assets as well.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'll tell you, Michelle, I really love the work that you do, Michelle. I have been in business now since 1988, and this interview is taking place on August 2020. And I can tell you, Michelle, that I have met, and I'm in the real estate business per se. I'm also been an investor, real estate investor, but I can tell you that, your system is designed to help any business owner, no matter what type of business there is.
Mm-hmm.
And what I have found over the years is that, like you said before, even those that have been in business for 10 years, they still have that risk.
Mm-hmm.
But what about those that invested X amount of dollars, let's say a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they just cannot make it work? And I think that one of the reasons why a lot of people struggle in businesses is because, number one, they're trying to build something that they never built before. They never had the guidance. They never had the mentor. They never had a coach to show them to build whatever it is that they're looking to build. And, and that is a shame because, people in general decide that they want to invest so much money in a business, but yet they do not get that mentor. So what I like about your story, Michelle, is number one, your books guide people on what they should be doing to
Mm-hmm.
avoid losing the opportunity to sell for more.
Right.
So, I
The
really
exit
appreciate
rich.
the exit rich. So I'll tell you, I just want to go back quickly, Michelle, because you and I met back in 2005. No, 2015, you and I met.
Mm-hmm.
2015, we met at a networking event, and I love what you were doing. And now we have reconnected again. And I'm not sure if I mentioned to you, but I know early this year, you went ahead and you put a post with the cover of a book
Mm-hmm.
called Exit Rich, which is right in the back of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw that, I said, whoa, what is this about? Now, the reason why it caught my attention is because Exit Realty is our company name, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
when I saw it, I said, wait a second, Exit Rich, never seen that before. I looked it up and I realized that it was you behind the book, along with
Right.
Sharon Lecter.
Right.
So I then realized, I said, I got to make contact with Michelle. I have to know more about this. And the more that I'm reading about this here, I'm engaging with this a little bit more because my job as a sub franchisor for Exit Realty in New York is to help franchise owners grow their business. But if we can also help other business owners, by all means, everybody wins, right?
Right. Of course. Of
So I'll
course.
tell you, I want to get behind this idea of your book here, Michelle, because I think that you are doing something very unique that I haven't seen anybody do, which is guiding people. And all they
Mhm.
got to do is just pick up a copy of the book.
Absolutely. And it's not, it's not for the Exit Rich is not just for business owners who want to sell now.
Right,
Exit Rich is for any business owner who owns a business that wants to grow a scalable business
right,
that's
right.
profitable, because not all businesses are profitable, and they want to plan their exit. The biggest mistake I see owners making over the last 20 years is that they never plan. And the reason that they're being forced into bankruptcy is because they failed to plan. I mean, nobody goes into business, wanting to fail. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan.
Right.
So it's imperative to plan that exit from day one of starting your business or buying your business, rather that's a 5-year exit, 10-year exit, 15-year exit. You have to plan for it. Just like you have to plan for your children to go to college and be all that they can be, you need to plan for your business and plan for that exit for when you're ready.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah. So, Michelle, obviously, right now, those people that want to buy the book, they're going to have the opportunity they're going to have the opportunity to buy the book from now, let's say, August 2020 to January 1st, 2021. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And if they do that, there's going to be a lot of perks that they can tap into. Can you explain a little bit of the perks that you're going to be offering?
We're offering it for $24.97 as pre-sale. Plus, here's what you get. Number one, you get the digital download immediately within seconds of ordering the book. Number two, you get access to our free book membership for Exit Rich, where we have loaded it with training videos on how to plan your exit, training videos on how to run your business on all 6 cylinders, all the Seiler Tucker 6 Ps, training videos on how to do valuations. Plus, we have documents there. So we have document downloads of what's an employee handbook look like?
Hmm.
What's an organizational chart look like? What's an operations manual look like? Some people have never seen a due diligence checklist. Some people have never seen an LOI or a purchase offer agreement or closing docs, or how to manage a data room when you're in the middle of due diligence. So
Right.
all of these lists and checklists and documents and downloads and video training is all in exitrichbook.com that you get access to immediately on Seiler Tucker Academy. In addition to that, we started a membership called Club CEOs. Club CEOs is where like-minded entrepreneurs come together helping other entrepreneurs. So we will have hot seats, Q&As, all kinds of things in there to help business owners grow their business, because it's all about mentorship. I could ask you one question, Hector, that will get you to think differently, or I can give you one little tip, one little piece of advice that could literally catapult your business to the next
Hmm.
level.
Wow.
And it might not even be me saying it. It could be somebody else in the group saying it in Club
Right.
CEOs. So they get a 30-day membership to Club CEOs. So those big three things. Plus in January, we will ship the book straight to their door. So they get the digital download, the hardcover, access to exitrichbook.com with all of the golden nuggets and downloads, plus a 30-day membership into Club CEOs.
Wow, that is very good though. So listen, for 24, what you said, 24.75?
24.97.
24.97, they're gonna get a lot of perks. Listen, I bought a lot of books and all I got was just one book. So I think this is a great offer that you're making. So the offer is from now, August 2020 to January 1st, 2021, correct?
Correct. That's
So,
correct. And it
so
makes great Christmas. It makes a great Christmas gift. And if your listeners want to buy in bulk, let's say they want to buy for their friends or their clients or employees or buy for people they know they're entrepreneurs for Christmas.
Right.
There's bulk pricing there, Hector. So if
Yes.
somebody buys 10 books or more, they get a 2-hour consultation with me.
Right.
Somebody buys 25 books, they get my build to sell blueprint, my build to sell course, educational course. If
Yeah.
they buy more than that, they get Sharon's Money Master course. If they buy, I think I forget the number, but they even get a retreat to Sharon's Ranch in Arizona. So there's real value in bulk sales too, that if they wanted to buy bulk sales to give away or to even donate, they can certainly do that.
That's wonderful. Michelle, can we speak a little bit about why did you choose to get Sharon Lecter to write this book with you? Why Sharon?
So I've shared the stage with Sharon many times. We spoke at the same events, and I think Sharon's a class act. She has written Rich Dad Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki. So she's been a New York Times best-selling author many times over.
Yeah.
Plus now she writes for the Think and Grow Rich series. Sharon's also a CPA
Mhm.
and a business expert, business advisor. And her husband is an intellectual property attorney. So that's a really synergistic with what we do because we are always working with CPAs with our clients. And a lot of times we bring in IP attorneys, intellectual property attorneys. So I thought it was very synergistic. Plus, she has a lot of experience, a lot of expertise, core competencies that really added value to my content. So I thought it was just a great marriage.
That's beautiful. I'll tell you, when I saw your name and Sharon's there, I said, wow, this is a home run. And that's
Yes.
why it prompted me to reach out to you right away, because I really love the whole concept behind to be able to help as many business owners in so many ways. So, Michelle, is there anything you want to add for the viewers?
I think it might be important for the viewers to know what's in the book and how it can help them. Would you
Right.
agree?
Can you let us know some of the things that you talk about?
Sure. I'll try to keep it short because I'm so passionate about it. But, the big reason I wrote this book is because I'm so passionate about saving businesses. It breaks my heart when
Yeah.
business owners lose everything. So first and foremost, the book really starts out with um, planning your exit and what that means. You know, the GPS exit. You don't go anywhere, Hector, without pulling out your phone and putting in your destination, right?
That is
And
true.
automatically the GPS knows where you're starting from and you plug in your destination. So the GPS will plan the quickest, most effective route for you, trying to avoid the pitfalls along the way, avoid traffic, avoid, accidents, etc. Well, same thing with a Seiler Tucker GPS exit model. That's what we do. We help our clients plug their destination in. So if they want to sell their business for $20 million, we plug in their destination, then we need to know where they're starting from. So then we need to know what is their current valuation? Where are they starting from? Right? So
Yes.
current valuation, destination. Then we help them determine which buyer is right for them. There's 5 different types of buyers. We help them plan their time frame and identify their why. So that's very, very, very important strategy of really exiting your business rich. And then the next big section in the book is how to function your business on the Seiler Tucker 6Ps, 6 cylinders. And whether you're selling your business or not, you want a profitable business. And when I say profitable business, businesses start out in the incubator stage, right? You have an idea, it's in the incubator, or you bought an existing business. 90% of ideas never make it out of the incubator. But you go to incubator, then you go from an incubator to an infant. Okay. An infant needs a lot of help, a lot of nurturing, a lot of money. Then you go from infant to toddler, then toddler to teenager, teenager to young adult. Adult is in your prime. That's when most business owners should sell their business, but most of them never think about that. Then you go from adult to senior citizen and unfortunately death. So the book is all about living in that adult stage and building a business on the 6 Ps. Number one, you can't have a business without people. Hector, you have great people in
Mhm.
your business, and Exit Realty has the best of the best. That's why Exit Realty is so successful. You
Mhm.
have to have the right people.
Right.
Then you have to have the right product. real estate will never go away. How you're in an industry, yes, sometimes, I mean, in 2008, it was a problem, but guess what? Real estate goes up and down, right? But it's
Mhm.
always going to come back. Real estate will
Okay.
always come back. So you
Yes.
have to look at your product and ask yourself, is your industry thriving or dying? Blockbuster died. So you want to make sure you're in a thriving industry. And if you're in a dying industry, then you need to pivot. You should ask yourself, what business are you in? And then what business should you be in?
Right.
Okay. And then processes. I guarantee you, Exit Realty has great processes. Otherwise, they wouldn't have so many successful franchisees.
That's right.
So all business owners should really fine tune their processes with the customer experience in mind. That's what McDonald's did. So anywhere in the world, whether you're in China or Russia, United States, guess what? It's the same McDonald's. It's the same experience. It might look a little bit different in China than it does in the
Right.
US, but the
Yes.
experience is the same because they designed the process with the customer experience in mind.
Mhm.
And then the fourth P is no, the third P is proprietary. How well branded is the business? Exit Realty is very well branded. Everybody knows who Exit Realty is.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, branding is huge. A Coca-Cola brand alone is worth over $100 billion. The Apple brand is worth over $100 billion. No matter what country you're in, no matter how much money you make or don't make, you know one name, Coke.
That's right.
So, and then in addition to branding, you know, is your trademark protected? Do you have patents? Do you have databases? Are your contracts transferable? After proprietary, and by the way, proprietary is the number one value driver.
Mm.
It will raise the multiple higher than anything else. And then number four, the fifth P is patrons. Do you
Mm.
have diverse clientele or do you have customer
Right.
concentration? And
Right.
then the last P is profits. The most important, obviously, is everybody wants to make profits.
Yes.
But many businesses are not profitable. You'd be surprised, Hector, that you might think restaurants are profitable or this industry is profitable. Many of them are not. And I always say profits is never the problem. It's always a symptom of not operating on one of the other five P's. You might not
Mm.
have the right people in place. Your industry might be dying, so you're losing money. Your processes are not efficient and productive, so the buckets are leaking. You might not protect your trademark name, so now you're in court spending a lot of money to protect your company name.
Mm.
So profits is never the problem, it's always a symptom. So they will learn the GPS exit model, they'll learn about the life cycle of a business, they'll learn the 6 Ps, and then they'll learn about valuations and financials and KPIs and how, many businesses are not profitable, but how you can make it profitable and how you can always keep your eye on the prize to make sure that you're going to stay in profits and not revert from an adult back to an infant type of business. And they'll learn what type of buyer is best for them. They'll learn about how to market the business. They'll learn about offers and negotiations and due diligence and closing. I mean, everything you need from A to Z about building a scalable, sellable business so you can exit rich when you're ready.
Wow, Michelle, you've done a great job here, my dear, explaining this, and I'm sure it's going to be even more exciting for those that will be reading the book. I'll tell you what, though, everything that you just share, you're so on point because you're right, and this is the guidance that business owners need,
Mm.
and you're right. That's why most of them don't make it because they don't get the education that they need. Now, with
Yeah.
your book, they have the opportunity to pick up the book, read it, and apply what they see, what they read on the book.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, look, you don't know what you don't know. So it's not
Exactly.
what you know that gets you in trouble. It's what you don't know. And that's why you should always align yourself with a mentor, align yourself with someone who's done it. So your path will be much shorter than theirs was. So learn from the experts. And one other thing I wanted to mention that they'll learn is one of the number one reason why business owners are going out of business after being in business for 10 years is because business owners stopped asking their clients. Their clients are 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old. Their clients are starting to age out, but they stop asking their clients, what do you need? What do you want? How can I make it easier for you to do business with my company?
Wow.
Because the company that makes it easiest for the consumer to do business with them is a
Right.
company that's winning. Amazon winning because no matter
Right.
where you are, they
Yeah.
make it very easy for you to do business with them. They make it very easy. So business owners stop asking their clients what their wants, needs are, and how they can make their life easier. And in addition to that, they stop innovating. So I
Hmm.
always say aim, always innovate and market.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Simple questions can make a big difference, right, Michelle?
Absolutely. Simple
Yeah.
questions. And just like the question of what business are you in? What business should you be in? Because
Right.
it's all about pivoting. You should not do business the same way you did business 20 years ago. Things have
Change.
changed. You have
Yeah.
to change with the
Yeah.
times.
Wow. Well, Michelle, you've done such a great job explaining this, and I just wish that everyone watching this video interview picks up a copy. At the end of the day, everyone got into business because they want to generate the profits. They want to walk away with some good revenue, profits at the end. And this could be the guy for many people. So I encourage every one of you to pick up your copy. And Michelle, I want to thank you, Michelle. And I want to congratulate you and Sharon for putting this book together. I'll tell you, I cannot wait, for more people to hear about this.
Thank you so much, Hector. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you. And thank you for helping us. And I love that we both share the name Exit.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for
Thank
sharing. Have a
you.
great day today, and we'll see you very soon at the next one, okay?
It's been my absolute pleasure. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you again.
You're welcome.